In 1619, a ship landed on the shores of Virginia. With it came not just people, but a turning point in American history. These men and women, torn from West Africa, were not passengers. They were cargo, property. No names, no rights, no freedom. They were Africans, yet on this land, they became shadows of themselves. Their bodies were used for labor, their voices silenced, their spirits quietly burning with resistance. What followed was a brutal system, chattel slavery, that built the very foundation of American agriculture, industry, and wealth. But this isn't just a story of pain. It is also the story of resistance that grew louder with each generation. Have you ever imagined waking up before sunrise every single day to work 16 hours straight because of the color of your skin? Losing your child because you weren't allowed to raise them without the owner's permission? For 250 years, millions of black men, women, and children lived this reality. Their lives were stolen, their stories buried. Every day was survival, without justice, without freedom, without even the right to dream. These weren't just historical facts. These were human lives, forgotten by textbooks, ignored by history. But today we remember. Today their voices rise. Still, even in that darkness, hope took root. Courage was not just found in freedom, but in the pursuit of it. Harriet Tubman didn't just escape. She returned again and again to lead others to freedom through the Underground Railroad. Frederick Douglass didn't just learn to read. He taught a nation to see the truth through his words. They weren't given freedom, they seized it. They carried keys forged from courage, vision, and the unwavering belief that they deserved more. This story is theirs, a story of iron chains broken by iron will. In 1865, slavery was abolished. But true freedom? That didn't arrive. Instead, it shifted shape. Segregation replaced slavery. Different schools, different buses, different bathrooms, different water fountains. Separate but equal was the law, but in practice, it meant inequality every step of the way. Black Americans were now second-class citizens in their own country. The war was no longer against chains. It was against a system built to keep them quiet, small, and apart. This chapter of history was not about freedom, it was about the illusion of it. Then, the silence was broken by a woman who refused to give up her seat. Rosa Parks didn't shout. She sat. But her sitting became a roar. That moment sparked a movement. Then came the voice, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., whose dream became the heartbeat of a generation. Marches, boycotts, songs, sermons. They weren't just protests. They were prayers for a better nation. From Selma to Montgomery, from Birmingham jail to the steps of the Lincoln Memorial, Black Americans walked in dignity, defied injustice, and rewrote the course of the country. This was not just civil rights, it was a moral revolution. And yet, while we remember the names that made the headlines, what about the ones who didn't? We celebrate Michael Jackson. We know Oprah Winfrey. But who was the first black woman in Congress? Who was the mathematician behind NASA's early space missions? Who were the inventors, the scientists, the quiet builders of America's progress? Their names may not be in history books, but their fingerprints are everywhere, in every breakthrough, in every movement forward. This story belongs to them too. Still, even now, in 2025, the question remains, why are so many still being left behind? Two kids sit in the same classroom, one white, one black, but they don't get the same opportunities. Two people walk the same street, one white, one black, but only one gets stopped by the police. Racial inequality didn't disappear. It adapted. Today, it lives in statistics, in zip codes, in job applications, in healthcare, in courtrooms. Racism isn't just history. It's a system that breathes through silence and inaction. But there is another story too. A story of soul, of power, of pride. Black identity isn't just about skin. It's about rhythm and poetry. It's gospel and hip-hop. It's afros and braids. It's protest and poetry. It's the language of resistance, the birth of jazz, the soul of blues, the defiance of dance, the magic of storytelling. To be black in America isn't just to survive. It's to create, lead, and redefine the future. Their voices were once silenced. Today, they echo through every corner of culture. Because not all battles end in one lifetime. Some stretch across generations. But Black Americans aren't just fighting for survival anymore. They are rising, building, imagining. Today's leaders, creators, innovators, they're not asking for space. They're claiming it. They're shaping the future in tech, politics, media, and education. This isn't the end of the story. It's a new beginning. One born from centuries of struggle and lifted by generations of unbreakable hope. So if you believe that history matters, that justice matters, that truth matters, subscribe. Because this isn't just a video. It's a voice, a memory, a movement, and it's not done yet.